This is the fourth U.S. Navy vessel to be named after the Lone Star State. But this one is a Virginia-class nuclear attack submarine.
I've got a great ship that is the epitome of submarine technology.
This giant of the deep is more than 1.5 times the length of a Boeing 747 and weighs nearly 8,000 tons. And yet it can still perform covert operations in shallow coastal waters, giving it the element of surprise.
The Virginia-class submarine is the first major weapon system in any of our military branches that's really optimized for that environment that we expect to be a common place for us to operate in the 21st century. Close in, shallow water.
Traveling at 25 knots, the Texas remains quieter than most submarines at just 5. Stealth measures, such as a specialized hull coating and underfloor shock absorbers, make the Texas as silent as possible.
Submarines, with their ability to operate covertly in an enemy's backyard, have been a key source of intelligence.
But the majority of the innovations are a little more technical.
You look around you in the control room here, everything is computer screens. There are no more gauges, dials, analog indicators.
It's much like being the pilot of an airplane. We have no windows, nothing to look at.
There are over 70 screens in this control room, each displaying different pieces of important information.
The officer's deck has given me a depth to maintain. I have a heading and a course to maintain, and I've ordered the speed that maneuvering is making the shaft turn to maintain that speed, and I have all that sitting in front of me on one screen.
Raising number 1 scope.
Up scope. Speed.
All stations caught, proceed to periscope depth.
Cots on the right. Pilot, yes, sir, mine.
Pilot, all head 1/3.
Got radio.
Right, sir.
Technology has even replaced the most recognizable feature of a traditional submarine interior, the polished poles of the periscope tube. Instead, the Texas has an external photonic mast, which doesn't penetrate the pressure hull.
No close contact. No air contacts. Down scope.
All that sophisticated technology counts for nothing without the ability to attack. And the Texas isn't short on firepower or psychological impact.
One of the great things about the Texas, or the Virginia-class submarine itself, is we can carry a variety of different weapons on board. We can hold up to 24 weapons in the cradles. Each one of these cradles can hold either a ADCAP torpedo or a Tomahawk land attack missile.
Fire, tube 2.
For short-range attacks, the Texas deploys Mark 48 advanced capability torpedoes designed to combat high-performance vessels. As the torpedo leaves the launch tube, a fine wire uncoils, providing a data link to the Texas. This allows an operator to guide the torpedo, avoiding decoys or jamming devices.
It has a wire attached to it, and it's able to be guided by the wire, but it is a smart enough weapon. It's completely autonomous.
In longer-range scenarios, the Texas turns to its arsenal of 20-foot Tomahawk missiles, which can strike targets almost 1,000 miles away.
Tomahawk missiles, essentially for us, it's a fire-and-forget missile. Our job essentially is to launch the Tomahawks undetected so that the weapon, which is a very precision weapon, can go and attack its target.
In terms of range, it's estimated that a single Virginia-class submarine fully loaded with 24 Tomahawk missiles could successfully attack as much as 70% of the world's landmass. But for covert nearshore operations, the payload launched from the tubes is sometimes even more autonomous than a cruise missile.
Here we have a capability that's been optimized through the inclusion of a 9-man lockout chamber, which allows us to take Special Forces, SEALs, Rangers, put them out of the ship and recover them covertly close into the coast where we expect to operate.
It has a huge reach. Nuclear capability gives it incredible firepower, and its stealth design offers the element of surprise. No wonder the captain is happy in his work.
I've got a great crew of incredibly dedicated and talented young Americans. It's the best job in the world.